When I went back to my grandma's house last March, I picked up a small box of walnuts by the way. I thought to myself, let's see if we can grow these walnuts. When it grows into a sapling, try grafting them again. See if you can come up with something new. But the first step is to let these walnuts germinate first. Everyone knows that walnuts are a type of nut. The shell is very hard. It's basically hard to get teeth out by throwing it directly into the soil, because his shell will block moisture, go into the seed. So first use a tool to cut a small hole in the shell. This way the water can seep in more easily. Find a jar, preferably glass bags. This jar is not prone to bacteria. After water filling, put the processed walnuts in one by one. Close the lid and let them soak. Soak for 3 whole days. The color on the walnut shell has fallen off. The water has turned yellow. After pouring out the water, the seeds can be seen from the wellhead. The bubble turned white, and there is bone swelling. At this stage, you can perform tooth-urging treatment. Wrap these foam seeds in paper towels first, and put it in a plastic box. After spraying water and wetting, in order not to let the moisture run away, wrap another layer of tinfoil on the outside of the box. This is a little greenhouse for the seeds. Seal them up so they can sprout. How time flies. 15 days have passed in the blink of an eye. Issue with anticipation. I see that the seeds don't seem to move. I don't know if the seeds are too old. Open another one. Saw a slender germ. He's looking out. That is a good sign. Look closely at this germ turning yellow-white. It looks really exciting. While continuing to open the tissue at the back, but found only one walnut. Barely grew such a tiny germ. Other seeds, not only did they not germinate, it's even moldy. It looks like these unsprouted walnuts. It's because it's too old and not fresh enough. Soaked a lot of walnuts, and only to sprouted. The survival rate is really too low. At this stage, you can start vomiting. He won't grow if he soaks in water again, so just use some nutritious soil to grow. It's very simple when planting. The whole seed is firmly buried in the soil. Just make the germ end face down. During this period of growth, walnut seeds have also changed a lot. He first grew a thick and strong bud. Bud top. There are a lot of new green leaves emerging from it. Very beautiful. And here's what's interesting. His roots are well developed. He actually pushed out the walnut shell that wrap him. What a surprise. In order for this seedling to continue to grow, we need to get him a bigger place. First, prepare some loose, breathable, and nutritious soil. I used pastoral soil, river sand, and nutrient soils. Mix these 3 soils together. When changing the basin, dig a small hole with the original basin first. Then put the walnut seeds and his original soil. Move over together. Soaking method was used when watering. Utilize the soil's ability to absorb water for wetting, and you can do that for a long time. A year later, the previous seedlings are already flourishing. The shaft is sturdy and has grown into strong seedlings. This guy's so strong. It's time to give him a graft. It just so happens that the neighbor next door has it. A fruiting walnut tree. While he's gone, picked up 2 and broke them. Wrap it in newspaper. Hidden in the water for 2 days. The kite passed before I dared to take it out. The grafting process is fairly straightforward. First dry from the bottom of the seedlings. Cut at about 20 centimeters. And carefully cut into a bevel. Then on this oblique, cut a knife in the middle of the face. Then use a rope. Open this incision. Next, it will be chopped into a bevel as well. And in the middle also cut a knife, so that he can perfectly combine with the needle and eye. Finally, just chop up and stitch, but each other at their respective incisions. The turmeric grafting process can be completed. To stabilize the graft site, use film together with the rope. Tie the marriage interface tightly. The rope is left here only as a marker. It has no other practical use. After 45 days of patience, you can finally see new growth on the street. There are shoots. It seems that doing so can really come up with something new. Show you how to propagate through cuttings of grape branches and explore in depth the ideal growing environment for sunshine rose grapes. Detailed analysis of the principles and practical skills offer a feast of knowledge. Satisfy your interest in viticulture. The grape branches selected here. From the planting base, there are 2 to 3 bud spots distributed on each branch. These branches are in the process of being sent. It's carefully guarded. The incision also adopts the method of pulling the wind. Prevent bacterial infection. Play a protective role. Before the cuttings, some necessary preparations need to be made. Cut the base of the branch at a 45-degree angle. It forms a slope. When the branches are cut, you can see it's still bright green inside. Indicates that these branches are fresh. Soak the branches in water for about half a day. Make it fully moist and rejuvenated. Next steps is soil ready for cuttings. It is recommended to use coconut bran and stone making in a 1-to-1 ratio. The soil after mixing in this way is not only soft and breathable, excellent moisturizing and anti-burn prop. In addition, the acid-base value of this soil is slightly acidic range. It is very suitable for the rooting needs of grape seedlings. Fill the well-prepared soil into the nursery cup. Put those soaked branches. Use a blade to carefully peel off the bottom skin to further reveal more cellular tissue. This stimulates the growth of the heart root. Pay attention here to distinguish the top and root of the branch. Normally Athens is facing up to the top. Athens is the root facing down. So you can't go wrong. Dip the bottom of the glass epidermis with an appropriate amount of rooting powder. Then insert it directly into the seedling cup. During the cutting process, be sure to keep your teeth exposed. Wet the soil with a small water spray, or slowly pour water into the bottom basin to encourage the vaccine cup to absorb water and maintain the appropriate humidity. So the initial cuttings are done. Put it in a ventilated environment. Just wait. On the 30th day, you can see his bud spots. It swells into a mute cell. Time. Care is needed to keep the soil moist. Spray him with water at the right time to nourish this seedling. As time goes by, on the 40th day, those shining buds have grown emerald green leaves. Even some of the leaves have started to stretch. At the same time, other buds are also budding, looking forward to blooming. At the bottom of the nursery cup, the root system of the grape seedlings flourishes to the water outlet. This shows that the rooting performance of the grape seedlings is good. Another unexpected situation arose. The green fruit bred by the grape branches. Real. This situation is rare in practice. It is speculated that this may be due to the branches of Athens. Just in the fruition period, it was cut. This will happen, but now he's in a nutrient-depleting existence. It has to be cut off. This will enable the seedlings to thrive. Time always passes inadvertently. It's been 3 months in the blink of an eye. The status of grape seedlings is amazing. Most of the tooth spores have branched. The leaves are lush and fully expanded. Photosynthesis is taking place. However, there are also branches that fail to cut, just like this slender branch. His rooting ability is poor. In the end, the black rod will not survive. Early days, it is particularly important to choose thicker branches. This stage, grape seedlings are suitable for transplanting into the field, planted in a spacious flower pot. So what planting conditions do sunshine roses need? If you are in the south, be aware of excessive rain. May cause pests and diseases in grapes. These problems are often related to high humidity. In addition, if you choose to grow potted plants in a domestic setting, make sure the basin size is adequate. The depth should reach 50 centimeters. Import about 40 cm. Each pot can only hold 1 vine to ensure sufficient growth space. Furthermore, Grape seedlings are climbing plants. To plant on the balcony, you have to provide enough space for the scaffolding, allowing the vine to climb, to bear rich fruit. The above is about sunshine rows, some suggestions for viticulture. Hope it helps you. If you love growing grapes, you might want to try these techniques.